Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to Sunshine Haze Co. I am Aja A. This is going to be your monthly tarot forecast for the month of April for all of the signs. Before I get into your spreads, this is a general reading. So if you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, don't waste your time or mine. Just click out of this video, check out the playlist link down below, and go find your moon and or rising sign, or go find you another free reader to watch on YouTube. It is very simple, okay? Typical 4-card spread, going over the overall energy for you guys for the month of April. Also any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing. And because we are in Aries energy, cardinal Aries energy, we're going to be looking at what you need to initiate during this month, what you need to light the fire under. And as always, a quick little soul message for you, okay? Before I get into your spread, I do want to shamelessly plug myself. I do now have a TikTok channel in which I put up hella short readings. So if you like shorter readings, find me on there. And it's actually not Sunshine Haze Co. It is my name, my brand. It's Aja.A. That's AUJHA.AYE, okay? I also have hella videos going up. It is a new month, so I do have the April pick a card spread up. I also am going to stop lying to you guys because I don't have anything going on right now. I don't have my neighbors bothering me. I don't have my job bothering me as much as they usually do right now. So I will be putting up your love readings for all of the signs over the next week or so, okay? What else do I want you guys to watch? We just came off of the Libra full moon, so check out that video. We'll have the Aries new moon popping up in the middle of the month, and we will also be going back into a retrograde cluster, starting off the cluster of retrogrades for the year 2021 at the end of the month, I believe, starting with Pluto. So that video will be linked as soon as it does go up, okay? And those are all the plugs I got for you. Let's get into your spreads. This video is for Libra, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. And let's just get right into your messages. The first card that you have coming up is in the position of your overall energy for the month of April. And you've got the higher power, which before I even get started, let's speak to the numerology because you have 2 4s in your spread. 4 is the number of building solid foundations, okay? And so what I get with planning and manifestation, okay? What I get with this card here, the first, you Libra need to understand that everything going down this month is going to be leading you in the direction that you need to be led. You guys are the scales. You like to weigh things out. You like to think about your options when you have opportunities presented to you. My piece of advice for y'all during the month of April is to not weigh your options. If an opportunity is presented to you, take the opportunity because it's coming to you by way of a higher calling. It's coming to you by way of a higher power. This card popping up here points to you being divinely guided during the month of April. And I'm not surprised to see that here. We just came off of your full moon. And so anytime a sign has its full moon is when things really get rocking and popping for you guys, okay? So coming off of your full moon, there is this energy of release happening, this energy of clarity coming, this energy of illumination. So things are really shaking and swirling for you, especially around the beginning of the month, and especially when we go into the Aries new moon, because that is your opposite sign. So for you guys, April is a very divinely timed and divinely led month. You need to be paying attention to spirit messages. You need to be paying attention to number messages, the numbers that you see over and over and over. And let me just interject here because we are in this Neptune and Pisces era and people think that the only numbers with messages are repeating numbers. No, if you see a certain time or a certain number or a certain combination of numbers all the time, or a certain number that it's broken down into all the time, look into what that number means. Look into angel numbers, look into numerology. Why can I get it out? Look into numerology. Listen, pay attention to the little animals that you come across. Pay attention to the things that pop up in conversation that seem slightly misplaced, because all of that stuff for you, those are all spirit messages. That's all divine guidance for you. You are being divinely led during this month. And let me also say that, Libra, because you're being divinely led during this month, there's probably going to be some things going down that seem a little out of whack to you, but understand that they're happening for a reason. So like I said, any opportunity that comes up, any opportunity that comes in, any conversation that you wouldn't normally be having but you find yourself having, keep yourself there, because there is something for you to pick up on. There is something, some sort of message that spirit is trying to portray or trying to get across to you that has some little tidbits of knowledge, some little tidbits of wisdom, and even sometimes even some sort of little magic for you, so that you can progress into the spaces and places that you need to be in. This higher power card does also tell me that, Libra, you may also need to take some time during the month of April to tap back into your spirituality, to get realigned with your higher self and your highest good. I even so far, because I'm not a church person, I do believe in God, but I have a lot of qualms with the church, which I guess could be for another video. Nothing personal to me. There's certain, anyways, going on a tangent, but I'm getting that you might even need to go to church, go have a Sunday service, or go to some sort of spiritual something during this, so long as you're staying safe, because we are still in a whole panoramic. Maybe crack open your Bible, or crack open your religious books, or your spirit, they don't have to be religious, crack open your spiritual books. Like I have a whole bunch. I'm actually sitting on the floor right next to my little spiritual shelf right here. So like, anything that you feel spiritually pulled to, especially if it has to do with your divination, it has to do with your religion, your spirituality, tap into that during this month. And you can even go so far as I have a Bible, but excuse me, I also have this, like, what are those things called? Daily devotionals, I think. I think that's what they're called, y'all. I have one of those too, in which I don't really open them books that much, because I also got qualms about the Bible, but it's for another video. But there are certain times when I will say, hey, let me just open my Bible up to, and there's actually a specific word for this, but I forget what it's called. Let me just open my Bible up and read the verse that the page lands on. There will be a message there for you. Let me just open up my devotional, because I haven't looked at it in a year and a half. Let me open up my devotional to this day. And it knows the day that I open it up, the day that I sit down and decide to actually look at that stuff, there is a message there, something that truly resonates with me on that day. So that might be something that you guys need to look into. If you haven't been pulling your cards as of recent, maybe sit down one of these days, or a couple of days these months, and just crack open a deck. You bless yourself and bless your space and stuff. Just crack your deck open and see what card it falls on. There's a message there for you. I think that there is a notion here that, Libra, you need to get back in touch with your spirituality, or if you're a religious person, get back in touch with your religion. Also get back in touch with your divination, your spiritual practices, your spiritual routines. They are going to serve you well during the month of April, because you have a lot of energy swirling around up there. You have your full moon that will be dealing with that energy for the first couple weeks of the month, and then we go into your opposite signs lunar cycle, which will take into the month of May. So there's a lot of energy that is going to be affecting you, Libra. And I think you're getting the message here with this higher power card, is that you need to realign yourself. This is where you need to tap into your scales. You need to bring yourself back into balance, so that you can harness every positive and every abundant energy that's going to be coming in for you. Because it's, like I said, you have messages, divine guidance coming in for you, and therefore you need to be aligned. You need to be in balance, so that you can accept those things and that you can move forward with those messages as well, and those tools. Next card that I have coming up in your spread is in the position of your crossing energies, challenges, and obstacles that you'll be facing during the month of April. And you have the Four of Pentacles crossing you. And when you get the Four of Pentacles in a reverse or a cross position, what it points to is this lack of control. And so I get that for you, Libra, you might feel like you're kind of blowing around in the wind during this month. You might feel like everything is turned upside down, or that things are not making sense. And what I want to say with that card going back into the higher power, especially because we have these two numbers correlate here, you have 2 4s. So what I get is the reason why things are swirling around and why you feel like everything is all crazy and why things seem to not be making any kind of sense to you is because you're being divinely guided, divinely led during this month. And for people that operate with the perspective of, let me weigh the scales, let me find the balance, let me look at options A, B, and C, when you don't have a clear grasp on what's going down, it causes you a little bit of stress and a little bit of anxiety. Understand that things are going to be swirling. They're going to be tossed and lost in the sauce for a little bit. You have a full moon, and then we go into the beginning of the new retrograde cluster for 2021 at the end of the month. So just understand that things might seem a little off kilter, but that does not mean that you have to stop bringing yourself back into balance. Okay, there is this energy here that kind of makes you feel like, well, everything's going crazy, so I want to buckle down. I want to knock into some pentacles, some earth energy, and firmly plant myself with this 4 energy of foundation. But that's not what you're supposed to be doing right now, Libra. You are actually just supposed to be going with the flow during this month. You are actually supposed to just be letting the breeze blow you to where you need to be blown to, because like I said, you're being divinely guided. If you try to go against the grain, or if you try to figure out everything that's happening as far as, you know, how your approach is that's not the sentence. That was not about to be a real sentence. I don't know what I was about to tell y'all. Excuse me. If you put your energy into opposition, and in this case, opposition is trying to go against what you're being led to, or trying to, you know, do something that keeps you from the spaces that you're being led to because you feel all out of control, you're going to find yourself in a space to where you cannot lay solid foundations. And the 4 of Pentacles in an upright position is a card of laying solid foundations. Okay, if you do that stuff, you're not going to be able to firmly plant yourself in anything. Allow spirit to guide you. Allow yourself to be led to where you need to be. Just understand that, like I said, everything is happening in divine timing, as it should, when it should, how it should, even if you cannot get a grip on where the balance comes in. It'll come in for you soon enough, Libra. You just kind of got to trust the process during this month, okay? Next card that I have coming up in your spread is in the position of where you need to tap into your opposite sign's energy and initiate some things. You've got the King of Swords. So I know I'm telling you guys, you know, just allow life to lead you. Spirit is going to take you to where you need to be during this month. And while that is very true, where your air sign energy comes in is that you need to get a grip and understand where and why you're being led to where you're being led to. It's one thing to just let life lead you. And while that's cool, there is also another component, there's also another component that needs to be worked into there. You need to understand where you're being led to. So that's why I said, pay attention to those messages, pay attention to those numbers, pay attention to the conversations and the things that pop up in conversation that seem like they were just dropped in and that the person that was speaking don't even understand what they're saying, but you do. Okay, so tap into this. This is you, Libra. You are swords, you are air, and the King of Swords is the last card in the swords element, which means it is the most developed, the most matured type of energy in regards to air, which is all about mental, it's all about perspective. So what you need to initiate during the month of April is an understanding of your divine guidance. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, it's one thing to be divinely led, and it's another thing to understand why you're being divinely led. Okay? And again, it doesn't have to be, okay, now that I understand, I'm going to go on and do what I feel is right, what I feel is balanced over here. No, you just need to understand what's going down and still roll with the punches. Not necessarily the punches. You just roll with the breeze and the wind, all right? This card also is giving me this message of, Libra, you need to remember who you are. I kind of get this lack of confidence, this lack of self-love coming off of you guys right now. And I don't know if that's current or if it's a space that you're coming out of, or if something is going to trigger you by way of this higher power stuff happening during this month that's going to put you in a spot to where you just feel like you don't have the means, or you don't have the skills, or you don't have the motivation or the drive to do the things that need to be done to get you into the spaces to where you need to be. The King of Swords is popping up here as a reminder, a gentle reminder, because air is gentle. Air is not gentle. Says, but I'm also water and earth, so air and fire are just a lot for me. But here's a gentle reminder that, Libra, you got to remember that you got the juice. All right, you got the juice, you got the juice, you got the juicer. Okay, so you got the skills and you got what you need to couple those skills with. During this month, especially while you're being divinely led, allow all of these messages, and especially as you start to interpret your messages, allow that to also serve as a reminder that you are doing what needs to be done by literally just by living your life, by just kind of going through your motions and allowing life to lead you to where it needs to be. Another message with this King of Swords card, because it is the King of Swords, it is a court card. There is possibly somebody around you, an older or more mature male figure, a more masculine energy of Aquarius, Gemini, what's the other one? And you. So what's the other one? And I'm doing the whole Libra reading, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. There could be an older male dad or uncle or brother or grandpa or mentor type of person that you need to initiate some sort of relationship with or reignite some sort of relationship with. And I don't mean in a romantic sense. Especially when we get these mentor cards with air energy, there is something to be learned there. There is some knowledge to be gained there. So there could be somebody around you that you need to have a conversation with during this month. Or even if you don't know somebody, it could very much so be by way of that higher power. You might meet a stranger and have a very random conversation in which you pick up a whole bunch of knowledge and come to find out later that this person is an air sign or that this person carries a lot of air in their chart. So I think it's very important for you to pay attention to your communications during this month, because a lot of your communications are going to be masking those higher power, those spirit messages coming in for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind during the month, Libra, and also keep in mind to remember who you are and also to be picking up knowledge and tidbits of wisdom as you have these messages come in, okay? Last card that I have coming up for you in your spread, Libra, is in the position of the soul message, and you've got power coming up here for you, okay? And I like that this card piggybacks off of what I was just saying. Libra, remember who the hell you are. Remember that you got the juice. And understand that everything transpiring during this month is also kind of reigniting this spark for you, okay? Again, I feel like I'm picking up on this. You know, you just haven't been loving on yourself as much as you should. You haven't been giving yourself credit like you should be giving yourself credit. And I don't know why you've been feeling so defeated. I don't know from what situation or from what person or from what job or what area of your life where those energies are coming from, but I do pick up on them and I do feel them. And Libra, you got a couple of cards here. Hey, baby, this is a reminder that you don't need to give into those energies. You got the power card here. This is what sums up, this is what wraps up your whole spread. Libra, you have everything that you need, and you will be receiving even more during the month of April to put you back on the path that you need to be on, to bring you back into your little scales of alignment, okay? Understand that everything is transpiring the way that it should, as it should, when it should, how it should, and it's all happening to reignite this light within you. And I think the most important thing, especially with you having your full moon right before we go into April, is for you to release all of that dense and negative and stagnant energy so that you can move forward and cycle out the rest of this year, cycle out the rest of your cycle, depending on if you're a Libra sun or Libra moon or Libra rising or whatever. But there's just the message there that Libra, you have it. You got it. It's there. All right. It is there. And then also with this numerology here, you've got 46, which breaks down into 10, which is 1 amplified by 0. This does tell me that you're moving into a little bit, and maybe not necessarily a completely new space, but you're moving into a different type of perspective in regards to the spaces that you're in or that you're going to be coming into. There's not going to be that lack mentality that you've been rocking with. There's not going to be that lack of self-love that you've been rocking with as of recent. And again, this is a general reading. If that does not resonate with you, I don't know why you here at the end of the reading, but if it doesn't, watch your moon or rising video, okay? But just keep in mind, Libra, that all those heavy feelings that you have been feeling, they're getting ready to go away, and you're getting ready to, one, be reminded that you got the juice, And 2, by being reminded that you got the juice, you're going to be able to harness that juice and level up into wherever it is that you need to level up into. 1 is all about 1 and 0, even though it's 4 and 6, that's 10, remember. 1 is all about new chapters, new spaces, and manifestation. It is amplified by 0. So once you get these little switches turned back on in your head that, hey, Libra, I got this, I'm doing the damn thing, you're going to find yourself really allowing yourself to put your best foot forward. I get the sense that sometimes you may know that you have the best foot, but instead you just stay in the same space. So with this power card, with this King of Swords not being you, and with this higher power card, right, you're coming into the space to where you're going to remind yourself that you have the best foot and that that's how you need to be walking. Best foot forward first, all right? And that is your reading. I hope that it found you well. If you want to book your own personal reading, you can do so with me through my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. Just go there and then click on the little drop down and click tarot. That's where all of my spreads are listed. If you don't see a spread on there that resonates with you, or you don't see something that you feel like fits what you're looking for, feel free to shoot me a message on Etsy or any of my socials for Sunshine Hayes Co. And they're all at Sunshine Hayes Co. That's all one word. And hit me up and we can get something rocking and rolling for you, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy April. Happy birthday to all the Aries. Welcome to the world, Annie. Happy birthday to my best friend, Sam. Happy birthday to what other Aries do I know? I don't know. Those are like the most important Aries in my life. So that's all I got for you. But happy birthday to the rest of y'all. Aries, even though y'all are the most wild sign that I have ever encountered, I still love y'all because I love me some cardinal signs apparently. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.